Well, hi there, it's Brooke, and I thought I would finally show you how I store my decor that I use for my tiered trays and the rest of my house. So I am in my filming room, and it's also our guest room, so I'll kind of show you the layout of that, and then where I keep all my decor in here. Then I have two other spots where I also keep some decor. This has been requested multiple times, and we have a snow day today, so I thought I would record it for you. So let's get to the tour, the showing, I don't know. So this is the layout of my room and our guest room, I guess. That's where I film tiered trays, and then the closet doors are over here that you always see, and then that's a mirror, and I always set the camera in front of that when I do any clothing videos. And then obviously the bed you see in the background sometimes, and then this is that rack I will hang my clothes on, and then usually I have like a donate box on it and a recently purchased box on it that I'm waiting to use. And then there's just totes that I will put stuff in, either to bring it out to the living room, or like my one tray 3 ways, I will take one tray down and build another one, and I just put it in those totes, and they just ended up right there for now. From the other side of the room, that is the doorway. I do have like a makeover video for this room. I will link that below. And then there's the closet you kind of always see in the background of my tiered tray videos, and that is where all my storage is. So I will take a step back. It's a pretty big closet. It does go a little bit in each way, and I have like my wrapping paper on one side, and then the other side has the blankets, and then kind of random things down at the bottom that I don't really have a spot for. Up on the top is where I keep most of my like dough bowls and baskets and stuff when I'm not using them. I've had to put some of my greenery and tulips in totes, and then that one's all like picture frames and stuff. And then I got random baskets up here. Sometimes they have like this wrapping and stuff, so I can, when I put away my decor, I have some extra of that. I think that might be empty. And then this is just random like camera and stuff boxes, my slippers. I always have this tote here. It has all my felt balls in it. It just seems to be the spot they have found. I have extra hangers. I hang all my wreaths on hangers, and recently I double-sided every hanger, so to kind of make a little more room in there. I don't know how well it is. Usually I have to take them out and put them on that rack when I'm kind of looking through them. And then here's the blanket side. I got blankets on the rack right now because that's what I was using, and they just haven't went back in here. I believe I have that big cutting board from my Decor Steals box. There's some like school pictures and different envelopes of pictures down there. It's fairly organized. So these big Sterilite drawers, they're all drawers. The ones with perforation are the old ones, and then these ones here with the stickers still on it are the new version. The new version opens on the bottom, the old version opens on the top. I used to get the old version at Target all the time, but I haven't seen them there, and so the new ones I picked up at Menards actually. And I kind of have it where all the big drawers are on the bottom and then the small on the top. I wanted to put labels on them, but I haven't like officially like finalized where everything is, and things keep changing, so I just haven't. That's why I got clear ones so I can see into there and know what's in there fairly well. I don't know if you want to see inside my drawers, but I can show you some. Like this bottom one here is all my different houses that I have. And they do get a little heavy on the bottom. There's a lot of pressure on that, so it does kind of get hard to pull in and out. And then this is just my like metal baskets and containers, so it's like all metal in here. And then this one is all the Rae Dunn that I have for like every day and any kind of season. I'm gonna keep that in one drawer. I have a drawer of like small bud vases and different like vase vessels kind of thing. This one is kind of miscellaneous. It has garlands, big and small, and then batteries and lights. So yeah, the two top ones here are like my floral greenery. And I do have some dividers in here. They're just little organizer totes. I got those from Menards also. I do believe they're the Sterilite brand too. So I have a few different sizes and a few different heights of those. This one's kind of like my linens, I guess you could say. So it has my little crocheted dishcloths, pot holders, some different napkins and tea towels. These are table runners over here. I don't use those much anymore. I do have a drawer for like kitchen stuff, I guess you could say. It's all my little mini mugs. These color ones I haven't used very much. I was thinking about maybe doing away with those ones, but I haven't decided yet. And then I have like my creamer and sugar pitchers in there and all my like wooden stuff. Like a miscellaneous drawer. Like this is kind of miscellaneous. It has a few like jars and vases, but then it has some of my willow tree stuff in here and my wood owl that I've had forever. And then this is mainly mason jars. And then below this is like my terracotta pots and my cloches and then a couple more vases. So, I mean, some of it's just fairly random. Some of it makes a lot of sense. This one down here is all my like balls of greenery, you know, my orbs, and then some random mosses in there. This drawer is all pine cones. And then like this drawer is my smaller, what do I want to call these? The little potted greenery. And then I got more greenery drawers. That's kind of miscellaneous. It's like baskets and orbs. And then see, when I don't have room for things or I don't have time, I just shove things in drawers. Like I'm pretty sure I could have made this a small drawer. I don't necessarily know why it's a big drawer. I was like, ooh, look, that extra room. I'm going to throw this random picture in here. That goes over like with the metal. I didn't want to work it in, so that's where it landed. Mostly organized by types of things and what they are, but sometimes I just don't want to clean up nicely and I randomly throw stuff. So then I have another cabinet over here, and on this left side here is where I keep my tiered trays. Oh, and look, some Easter stuff that I've shoved in here for the boys. See, I just shove sometimes. These are where all my Target tiered trays are. I am using one. It does fit. I could maybe fit one more, but I don't really think Target is making a lot more. And if they are, they're usually very like season or holiday specific, and I just haven't been interested. There's the tiered trays. The other side is kind of decor. Like I have bigger plants down there. This is a lot of stuff that I use on my shelf, and then just random kind of like office stuff, tape and different things like that. The only other place in this room that I have tiered tray or decor stuff is this top drawer, this nightstand. I have all my like little risers that I use for different things. Otherwise, that is all that's in this room. We are out in the living room, and you probably see this cabinet when I do like my home tours and different things. My mantle's right over here. So I bought this first cabinet. This one has like a DVD Blu-ray door, I guess you want to call it. And I really cleaned out all of our movies because we just watched basically streaming ones. I kept a few, and we could probably weed out that even more. So Decor has taken over most of those shelves. Not everything fits on there, obviously. It has to be small items and things like that. So that is one more spot I have Decor. This all is my craft stuff. I used to do scrapbooking a lot and more crafting. I don't really anymore, but these things are nice to have on hand for the little bit that I still do. So then the other side is just a regular door, and then this is like, that's my scrapbooking stuff. I got more up here, and then just more like office-y kind of stuff got shoved out here because neither Nick and I really wanted like office type stuff, but you still need office type stuff. And then just more decor, tiered trays. I can fit in this top one. The shelves have to be pretty high to fit the tiered trays mostly, unless they're the little Target tiered trays. Some of this I haven't used very recently. I should let it go. But then like that basket I used to use on that bookshelf, and I still just really like the basket. I just don't really have a spot for it, so I've just been hanging on to it in case maybe I want to use it again. And then I had originally bought this one for my bedroom, but then we wanted this one downstairs, or wanted one for downstairs, so I bought one to match this one because this one was a little small for my room. I wanted a little bit bigger one. Kind of worked out. This is kind of our like built-ins, you know, you could say. So this is again filled with tiered trays. That is so big. I do have to overlap it a little. I don't like to do that, but that's what I have to do. Down here are my various risers. Those are my smaller LED candles, some books that I have, more risers. And then up on the top is a couple of crates and a variety of just white candles that I have, the sticks and just the things if I don't want to use like a LED one, or I usually just like the look of a white candle. I did have these green ones in my kitchen for the longest of times, and I took it down recently, but I didn't want to get rid of them quite yet just in case I want to put them back here. But I am liking just my white ones up there. Those are from several, probably 15 years ago. No, we've lived in this house for 15 years. So even farther back than that, probably like 16, 17, 18 years ago, I used them on a centerpiece that I had got on when we had an actual coffee table, which we haven't had for years. So I'm going to take you into, it's kind of like a utility room. It has our furnace, water heater, water softener in there. So it's kind of unfinished, but I just have a bunch of shelves and totes in there. And also we have a little freezer in there. And this is where I keep like seasonal holiday decor. It's not super, it's organized, but I have things kind of sitting around. So no judgment here. This is judge-free zone. I do want to show you it just so you know kind of how I store my decor. So let's go in. So this is what it looks like from the doorway. And yes, it is super full. I have extra winter I need to put away. That's a Christmas tote. I redid like where my Christmas trees are. And then this has just a bunch of random totes in it. I got pillows way up there. Those are Christmas bows and possibly Easter eggs. And this is all Christmas here. That whole stack is Christmas. That whole stack is Christmas. I want to say that's totes. So Christmas, Christmas, and then like these two bottom ones are Christmas and 2 Christmas trees I need to get rid of. If you want to see behind the door, it's just another shelf with games on it, some Easter buckets, I guess, painting supplies, our little shampooer. You can't really see that, but there is like puppy fencing back there and stuff. So yes, it's full of randomness. This side has paint, spray paint, and then my son's been doing my pillows, like vacuum sealing them, and he gets them real thin, so I'm able to shove like 3 to 4 on these shelves. So that's where they've been going. I just shoved this blanket and that new pillow I got in here. Now, like, that's Valentine's. We got Halloween, Thanksgiving, Easter I didn't use, and then behind it's a whole nother stack. And then up there is like fall garlands and big stuff, and then Christmas. Up there is kind of everyday ones and then more fall. And then I do have more pillows over here. The bottom is like acrylic paints. The husband fills that with the things he doesn't want to leave outside in the garage for the winter. And then this is our old vacuum that is put down here, and that's what Lincoln uses to vacuum seal my bags. This is my little baby freezer. He's just so cute. It's the perfect size for us just to have a little extra room upstairs, and it's just nice. So yeah, here's more like baskets I use for things. So I probably do need to do a clean house of all this. I feel if we can access things over there, because we had our water meter thing like replaced recently, and they were able to get over there. Like if the sprinkler guys come, they can get over there. Now this has lasted us a while. We went through like 3 of these. We had a couple of junkers when we first moved in. We haven't had to mess with the water heater in a while. So yes, and then, you know, things, I just need to organize things. You know, you keep something out and then you're like, crap, it's all put away. So that's what's happening. No judgment, but this is how I store most of my seasonal, well, all of my seasonal and holiday decor. So we are back in my room. I just call it my room, and then Nick has his room. He's done a little rearranging of that and added things, and we've taken out things. I did kind of record a video, but then he's changed a few things, so I probably need to update it before I ever edit it. When guests come over, I just move some of like my rack and that stuff into Nick's room because his doesn't have a bed or anything. It's just his stuff in there. And we have a master bedroom that we sleep in. It's not like these are our bedrooms or anything. Maybe someday, you never know. So yeah, this is my room and how I store all my stuff. If you have any questions, let me know. I mean, totes, drawers. I like drawers better than like stacking totes for like the little things that I want to grab at all the time. It's just easier to go in and out of a drawers than like taking stacks of totes down. Now when I do like my seasonal stuff, I take it all out to the living room or I bring it in here and then I create and then I pack it all back up and put it back in that room until I take it down and then, you know, repeat the cycle with the next holiday or season. It has worked well for me. I have drawers all over my house for organization type things. I really like laundry room, hall closets. That's just really what I like to use. And these drawers all pull out, so I can pull out the whole drawer and like take it out to the living room with me. There's a TV out in the living room, so sometimes I style out there so I can watch movies and different things like that. In this room, you know, don't have a TV. So I can put on like YouTube videos and stuff or just sit here by myself, and sometimes I don't like to do that, so I go sit out there. I hope you enjoyed this little how do I store my decor and gave you ideas if you're struggling with how to store your decor. You don't have to buy big wood cabinets for shelves. If you could use like those plastic shelves that I have, if you have room for those are much more budget friendly. But I knew these were going to be like out in our space and you could see them, so I did want something that looked nice out in our space and like went with everything in the room. And yes, Nick would love me to clean out some. It'll happen someday, just not today. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.